What's up, everyone? This is Ryan with Metalhead Whiskey Snobs, here today to share bottles I'm going to be on the lookout for at this year's Kentucky Bourbon Festival 2025. Let's go. All right, so me and Fish will be off to Kentucky Bourbon Festival next week. I was lucky enough to get a VIP pass, so I'll be there on Thursday night for Bourbon in the Air, and then I'll be in that early line all 3 days trying to hunt down these bottles. So we're just going to go through a distillery at a time, and I'm just going to really kind of name off the limited releases or the festival only releases kind of thing that I'm looking out for. Most of them are probably going to be tater bottles, but what are you going to do, man? It's Kentucky Bourbon Fest. That's why you go, right? So anyway, starting with Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill, I believe, will be releasing their new Parker's Heritage, and it is an 11-year straight bourbon, I believe, cast strength, and that one is probably going to be around 250. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm hoping to find that one at the festival sooner rather than later. Next one that I'll be looking out for will be the Old Fitzgerald VVS. Oh, man, the 2025 release, the one that just came out. I believe it's also an 11-year. I may be mistaken on that, but yeah. The VVS 13-year that came out last year, got a sample of that, and good Lord, it was amazing. And the other one I'll be looking out for at Heaven Hill will be the Heaven Hill Heritage. Hopefully, they'll have some of the 19-year wheat whiskey that they released. I believe it's the Bernheim mash, but at 19 years, man, it's supposed to just be. Asterisk on the lookout for at Heaven Hill Distillery would be the new Bernheim 20th anniversary 10-year. I'm a big fan of Bernheim, man. I bottled your own experience that I did at Heaven Hill a few years ago with Fish. I chose Bernheim, and it was delicious. So that's what I'll be looking for at Heaven Hill. Next up, I'll take a look over at Jim Beam Distillery and see if I can snag up one of their Lineage Batch 2s. Me and Fish were lucky enough to get the Batch 1 last year when we went to the distillery, when we grabbed some Old Granddad 16s. And Batch 2 of the Lineage is definitely on my list. The other one I'll be looking out for definitely is the Baker's 13 2025 release. Baker's 13 is one of my favorites. I love that pour. It is just so rich and delish. I believe that they'll have the new Bookers and Lil Book out there as well. We'll see what people kind of say about those ones. Maybe we can get a sample or a taste somewhere before we go pull the trigger on those. I know they also have the Jim Beam bowling pin shaped bottles right now. I don't know if they'll have them there. I was really kind of hoping that they would have either the new Hardin's Creek or the new Knob Creek 21 year. Oh, good Lord. Yes, I cannot wait. But I don't believe that they come out until October and November, respectively, I believe. But you never know. Might make a surprise appearance. So fingers crossed on that one. Next on my list is the Wild Turkey tent. I'll obviously be looking out for Russell's 13 and Russell's 15. Both amazing pours. Russell's 15 that's some top tier stuff right there, man. Also, what I'll be looking out for at the Wild Turkey tent will be the new Master's Keep Beacon. That one has been getting praises all over. We haven't got it here yet in Colorado, so I'm really hoping that it's at the tent next week in Bardstown for Kentucky Bourbon Fest. Not cheap. In fact, none of these bottles are cheap that I'm mentioning, but hey, you get what you pay for no matter what you do, right? So, Four Roses. So I'll definitely be looking out for the LE 2025 release. Hopefully they'll have some there for the festival, and I'll also be looking to see if they have any single barrels that they're releasing for the festival too, because some of those Four Roses single barrels are just absolute hitters. Old Forester. Old Forester is another favorite of mine, and I'm hoping, apart from their single barrel releases, which they may or may not have, I'm really hoping to find me a President's Choice, man. Oh, that is a very, very highly regarded port, in my opinion, and one of my favorites. Um, I know that they just released a rye version of President's Choice also, so I will definitely be keen to try that. And if it's good, yeah, I may as well pick one of them up too. Of course, the birthday bourbon gets released. I believe they draw the lottery sometime here real soon, and you can start picking bottles up on festival weekend. So if we don't win a bottle, then I'll definitely be looking to try and pick one up at the Old Forester tent this year at the festival. That would be wonderful. And who knows, they may even have some of the 117 series there. I don't know if they have any new releases for that coming out or not. I haven't tried. Been wanting to try the extra old, but and the Angel Share. The Angel Share I'd like to try too, but fingers crossed for that one also. What else do I got on here? Maker's Mark. Okay, so definitely going to be on the lookout for Cellar Age 2025. We've got both the 23 and the 24 here. 23's definitely edges out the 24, but man, let's get that 25 in our possession, and maybe we'll do a triple blind and see which the Cellar Age comes out on top. I'd also like to pick up another Star Hill Farm if they have them out there, because if you guys haven't tried that pour yet, you should definitely be on the lookout for it, because that's a sleeper bottle right there. Michter's. Love me some Michter's. Precision fine grain, man. That's pretty much top of my list as far as what I'm looking for at Michter's. Pretty hard to find now that people got their bottles and it tasted how damn good it is. It disappeared pretty damn quickly. So that's one I'm definitely going to be gunning for is a precision fine grain. I'll also be looking out for the new release of the Toasted Barrel Sour Mash. We've had some Toasted Barrel. I think I got the bourbon back here. Yeah, I got Toasted Barrel bourbon right there. It's fantastic stuff. Never know, they might have some 10-year bourbons and some 10-year ryes out. And who knows, they might have a 20 or a 25 here and there. I doubt it, but hey, you can dream, right? Next up I have on my list is the Tater Distillery Buffalo Trace. I don't think they're going to have anything crazy there. They may. I don't know. I don't know what they do. Maybe they'll do a Stag single barrel for their festival. Maybe they'll do one of the new Elmer T. Lee single barrels that they've been talking about doing. Maybe they'll do that and surprise everybody. I don't know. But for the most part, I think, Eagle Rare 12 is about the best you'll get out of Buffalo Trace at the distillery that weekend. But we'll see. You never know. We're going to be there filming a ton of footage, hopefully, and you'll all get to see what we see and kind of experience it through our eyes. Some other distilleries that I'll be looking out for to stop by and spend some time there learning more about them and sampling more products. On my personal list, I have Larrikin Bourbon Company. Fantastic juice. Stop by there. It's right next to Wild Turkey. Great, great, great people. Great stuff. Bardstown Bourbon Company. I'll be looking for the Disco 13. Hopefully that drops, and hopefully I can get one. Lucky 7 is going to be there. I'm hoping that perhaps they may have a proprietor single barrel in one of their higher aged ones, like anywhere from like 11 to 14 year. That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? Peerless, I believe they're going to have a single barrel exclusive for the festival. So, gotta watch your spending on all this stuff, man. You start adding it all up, and it's just like, good Lord, what are we doing here? Evan Williams, not sure what they're doing. Maybe, they'll do one of their special wax cap single barrels or something, but I'm going to be hunting out for hopefully a 23 year. That would be great to pick one of those up. Dark Arts. I know for a fact that Dark Arts has a 16-year buff turkey that they're dropping, and I am gunning for one, man. I've had a few buff turkeys over the past few months. Most of them have been very, very good. So if Dark Arts got their hands on one and they're releasing it under their brand, it's going to be a slapper. Pursuit Distillery. They'll probably have a couple of single barrels. Be looking to try them, possibly pick some up. The only other ones I have on my personal list are Nulu and Whiskey Thief. Whiskey Thief has some good stuff. So there it is, man. That's what I'm going to be looking out for at this year's Kentucky Bourbon Festival 2025 in Bardstown next weekend. Me and Fish will be there. Look out for those videos in the near future. Hope you're enjoying the channel, the content. Leave us a like, a subscribe, and we'll catch y'all soon.